And we all feel better when we have greater control of things, especially things that bring us down. Very high evidence for this concept of internal locus of control. It sounds very boring. So the added piece of understanding or insight here about one's perception is this thinking of what you have in your own control. This is called an internal locus of control, as opposed to an external locus of control, which are things out of our control. And it's very interesting. And psychiatrists and therapists will say that, look, there's times where I feel like the patient's getting better when they have greater control. Sometimes it's presented in odd ways. Here's a real life example. So imagine if you have work pressures, as we may all have, or school pressures and such. But when you go home, you say, look, I'm going to reward myself, have a nice dinner, or have a nice dinner with your family, pet your pet, the family, if they're there. If not, you might connect with someone. But even if not, you connect with something that you like. I got this idea from medical school, in that there was a student that watched the movie every night when they studied for the boards. And I couldn't believe it. I said, how do you have time? And you basically have the full day. And at the end of the day, you have a meal and then the reward, which was the movie. And I got it in that one instant. I said, wow. And it made all that work feel better. Now, did my work change? No. In fact, my life got so much more stressful because it was a board exam. And our days are stressful, right? There are the work demands, the personal demands, and just the ever-growing list of things that seem to be done. So when we add that element of doing something for ourselves, now, if you're doing things for yourself and you're not doing the things that you should do, that's another control option. And when we start to realize that, no, we have way too much free time, too much reward time, then you can use the locus of control the other way in terms of getting more work on the table. And our perception then of life, where we have, say, this ball of stress, although it might be the same ball of stress, because we've now added our own control, which is, say, that movie, or in case you're like watching too much movie or TikToking or, YouTubing, etc., taking the control back, structuring your day in a way so that you're actually being productive. And that control will start to increase your perception that there's bigger possibilities for you, that there's more opportunities for you to start to grow, to get on your journey ahead. So I thought this was a good added piece to discussion of perception. I hope you discuss it with your professionals. I hope you'll consider it to use to your advantage. Once again, this is Dr. Thomas from Tips from a Psychiatrist, and thank you for watching. I'll now leave things up to you. They say psychiatry and therapy opens a window or a door, so please hit subscribe to support this channel. This way, content will be coming to you, so hopefully you can grow and learn. In addition, the new video on the top right, you can click if you would like to just keep going, and we'll take this journey together. All right, well, thank you so much again. This is Dr. Thomas.